Welcome back to Berks One-on-One. For today's episode, I got to visit the LGBT Center of Greater Reading. In addition to being able to speak with some of the organizers and advisors at the center, I also got to attend the Pride flag raising event held on June 8th.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here today so we can raise the Pride flag like we do every year. Whether you're a longtime advocate, a first-time attendee, community partner, or someone just beginning your journey, we support you and we are glad you're here. Today, as we raise this flag, we don't just mark a moment, but we must ignite a movement. We lift more than colors. We lift personal stories, truths, unshakable beliefs that none of us is free until all of us are seen. At a time when LGBTQ lives are under attack, when laws are written to erase our children, silence our identities, and dismantle the futures that we do not bow, we rise, we resist, and we stand linked in purpose and love, with courage louder than fear. But let's be clear, this is a critical moment for the LGBTQ plus community. People just don't need support in theory. We need it in action right now. Too many organizations with boots on the ground doing life-saving work are underfunded, overwhelmed, and fighting just to stay open, including the center. This is the time to show up, to give, to speak out, and to stand tall. Because lives depend on it, communities rely on it, our future depends on it. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until it affects you directly.
So my name is Laura Bianconi, and I'm the Executive Director of the LGBT Center of Greater Reading. My role entails a lot. I do all the bookkeeping, the donor management, the case management, administrative duties, policies, board management, all of the above. I started with the center in November of 2023, and I came in as the director of programs, and then there was a unexpected leadership change, and I was asked to be the interim director and then eventually asked to be the executive director.
My name is Susan, she, her. I am the sexual assault navigator and administrative specialist here at the LGBT Center of Greater Reading. I started working here in the fall of 2023. I really wanted to get involved with the LGBT community. I've been doing a lot of other work prior, and I just thought it was really important, especially now, to sort of be involved and give back in any way that I could. I'm really passionate about providing a safe space specifically for survivors of sexual assault and intimate partner violence within the LGBTQ plus community. It's something that's, prevalent but not talked about nearly enough, so that is my primary role here. I facilitate a support group, a weekly support group for survivors that meets every Wednesday from 4:30 to 5:30. I also meet with people on an individual basis and provide support, resources, and advocacy completely free of charge. In addition to that, I facilitate our monthly film club and movie night, which is really fun. I try to show a lot of queer cinema. We have a lot of diverse people come in for various reasons, and we're able to either provide them support or point them in the right direction, whether it's just coming in for someone to talk to, help with name change, gender affirming care letters, just a cup of coffee. We provide a wide array of programs and services here.
Hi, my name is Jox. That's J-O-X, not Josh. I use he, him pronouns. I'm the community engagement specialist here at the center, which means I get to do all the fun stuff. So I go out, I do the events, I'm in charge of the newsletter, I run our website, I manage all the volunteers, I wear a lot of hats, and that's kind of my role here at the center. I also run the Dungeons and Dragons Club. I actually used to come to the D&D club before I, started working here. I did not know that this place existed, and at around the same time that I was discovering who I was and just really wanted to, actually connect with my community, because I'm a trans guy, I just wanted to like try to find my community and connect with people, and I really liked coming here. And eventually, I ended up getting a job here, and now I run the club that I was attending in the first place. I help organize some of the events that go on here at the center, like our Trans Day of Visibility educational event that we did. We do flag raisings and stuff for the city of Reading. For the most part, I pop out at other table and community events, whether it be like the Pride Fest that happens every year or the Pride Fest that happens in Lebanon. We also do general like mental health events because we also do counseling and that sort of thing here at the center that focuses specifically on LGBT clients, gender affirming care letters, like, you know, a lot of stuff that a lot of queer folks tend to go through. So we pop out to those just to connect with people. We go out to schools. I go to a lot of local GSA clubs to educate them about, like, what does LGBT stuff even mean? Like, what does advocacy look like? And I also do fun stuff like LGBT representation and animation and that sort of thing.
So the pantry is supplied by Helping Harvest. We pick up an order. Every maybe 2 times a month, we pick up an order and we stock our pantry. People can come in, they can shop like it's a store, and they can take some free food home.
Yeah, so we have monthly movie nights, film club, we have an art group, a writers group, various support groups, like I mentioned, my survivors group, Safe Space. We have teen youth group, a parents group, a veterans group, a gay men's group, a queer men's group, I should say, a queer women's group, a gender expansive group, a gaming group, a gardening group, which just started, Rainbow Alliance, a spiritual support group open to any spirituality or belief system.
There's an Aqua Zumba thing that we're doing at the West Reading Pool. It's an $11 minimum donation. You can do more if you like, but $11 is the minimum. We're just doing a little Aqua Zumba class. We have a raffle going on for some of our swag, like t-shirts, bags, that kind of thing. I'm going out to Lebanon Pride. We're not running it. That's run by another organization, but we're popping out and doing a table there. We did it last year. It was a great time. A small little area, but a very big crowd. It was great. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of more because we have a lot. We have like a fundraiser going on right now where we do pride tags, which I don't have mine on right now, but these little dog tags that you can get, and the design changes every year, and there's only 100 of them in print, where you can go to different shops that are participating in West Reading and just the general Berks County area, and you can get discounts during Pride Month. So that's one of the other things we're doing.
To volunteer, you just go on the website and there is a form that you can fill out, and then you have an interview, and we do background checks on everybody. So there's a little bit of a process to be onboarded as a volunteer, but it is definitely an enriching experience. We absolutely love our volunteers. We can't do this without volunteers. In the last 6 months, we have had our volunteers give over 180 hours of their time to our center. We are just so grateful for our volunteers and the amount of time that they do, time and energy that they do provide. We wouldn't be able, like I said, be able to run all these programs and have all the events that we do without them.
Honestly, like the biggest question that I tend to get, so unless it's like a Pride specific event, a lot of the folks that approach my table are allies. So a lot of the questions that I get are, hey, you know, my kid just came out as trans, how do I support them? Like, what does this flag mean? I've never heard of this term before, can you explain it to me? So honestly, a lot of it is like allies who want to know more and want to expand their knowledge of the community, asking not only how can they do that, but how can they support the community? So that's like the biggest question that I tend to get. A lot of people, whenever they come up to my table, I have a lot of flags on my table, and a lot of them make jokes about like, oh, I don't know all the terms, I must be like, you know, a bad ally. 2 pieces of advice that I love to give are, 1, there are so many definitions that like trying to become a walking encyclopedia of LGBT terminology is not the point. It's cool if you know all of them, but the point should not be to like know the definition of every single one of these things. The point should be to hear somebody's experience and hear somebody talk about their life and like what labels they ascribe to themselves, if they choose to use any labels at all. And even if you don't necessarily understand it, say, that's awesome, I support you. Because you're not always going to understand somebody's identity. You're not always going to understand somebody's experience, no matter how hard you try. But that's not the point. The point is understanding that it's meaningful to them and supporting that. And The second piece of advice is pretty much the same. Just like support the best you can. Listen to the people around you. By the nature of, how our society is structured, you are probably at times going to say, well, I don't understand that, or well, I think I know more than that. And you got to be able to catch yourself whenever you do that. You have to be able to say, I don't understand, and that's okay. I support nonetheless. Or I thought maybe this was the solution, but I don't think so. What is your opinion? You just need to learn to listen to the folks around you is all.
So, to be really honest, we're looking to survive. This is a really difficult political climate with nonprofits in general, but then add on LGBTQ clientele. We have funding till August. As of today, we have funding till August, and we're trying to get as many donations as we can and do various capital campaigns to raise the funds to stay on longer. This is a time when the community needs us the most as far as advocacy and support and just a sense of community and safe space. And so it's really important that we stay on, that we're able to continue doing our work. You can go on our website. You can donate through our website. There's a link, and if you do it through our website, we get 100% of the donations. The company that we work with, they cover the transaction fees, so we get 100% of your donation if you do it that way.
You can sign up to be a monthly donor, a one-time donor. It's completely up to you. Every little bit makes a difference. We also have a program where we are able to have people sponsor counseling appointments for people who otherwise couldn't afford them.
There's this one story that I tell every single one of my volunteers because it just impacted me really hard. I went out to a middle school, it was a middle school mental health awareness event, and it was the first ever event that I ever tabled at for my job. And there was this little girl, middle school, I'd have to say 12 at the oldest, who came up to my table and picked up the asexual flag. And she started talking about how she identifies as ace and how, it means a lot to her that she saw this here. And then she started saying that she doesn't feel like that she counts because she still really likes romance, so she feels like she's not being asexual correctly. I myself am also asexual and I'm getting married soon, so I showed her my ring and I said, well, I'm asexual too and I have a fiance. And she said, thank you, that makes me feel better. And it's just those words that have stuck with me forever. My very first event, I got, thank you, that makes me feel better. And there have been plenty of kids that have come up to my table and have been happy to see their flag, just the way their faces light up whenever they see someone who knows who they are and what their experience is like. Recently we had a new kid join our Voices group, and without saying his name, he was a trans boy, and I made an offhand joke about the fact that I am also a trans guy. It was something about HRT. And his face lit up. He was like, you're trans? And I said, yeah, I am. And he was like, I've never met another trans person in real life. This is so awesome. He was just talking about it. He told me how he chose his name. It's just, I could talk about this for hours. And, personally, as a trans guy myself, coming to a place where I feel accepted, I can be who I am, especially at a workplace where before it's kind of been going stealth, I look like a man but nobody knows that I'm a trans man specifically. Not having to hide that and being able to be open about it has been incredible. They've here at the center, I'm able to use some of our resources. I'm getting my legal name changed soon, and also I'm neurodivergent, if it wasn't obvious by the everything. And this is the first place I've ever been where I can be very open about that. I don't have to mask my autism. I don't have to pretend I don't have the symptoms that I have. I can be awkward, I can stim, I can miss social cues constantly. I have places I can go if I get overstimulated. It's just been it's been incredible. I really wish that I could put it into proper terms.
The center's been an amazing place for a lot of people to come and get out of the area where they feel unsafe, and this provides a really nice, welcoming, safe space of support and community that we can give to people, especially during this time. We have been holding space for this time, for this political landscape, and to be able to continue to provide that is life-saving. My experience at the LGBT Center has been really great. We have changed so many things in the last year, and it's become a real welcoming environment, and everybody that comes in is part of our community, and we have really worked hard to foster that sense of community with everybody.
There is kind of a lack of community spaces specifically for queer people here in Berks County, where you can just go and just be with members of the community and feel that sense of camaraderie. You know, like I said earlier, to come in and just have a cup of coffee, sit down with fellow queer people and just hang out and feel that sense of community. It is a difficult time in this current political climate. There's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear. As a center, we strive to maintain a place of safety for members of the community who are looking for a place to go, who need that support. We offer community here. We're always stronger together, strength in numbers. If you need somewhere to go, we are that place. Don't hesitate to walk through our doors. We welcome anybody and everybody. That's really important to us, and we try to maintain that. Despite the current political climate, we do try to remain steadfast in our mission and our goals here at the center.
I have been a lonely trans person from down south before. I've actually recently become estranged from my family because of, I told them I was trans and they didn't like it very much. And so I get it. You know, being trans right now sucks. It sucked for a very long time, but it doesn't have to suck forever. It's going to feel like sometimes that people are going to be out there and they're not going to understand you, but somewhere out there for you is a place full of people that know who you are, that understand who you are, and wish that they knew you. And maybe the center can be that place for you.
This isn't just a celebration, it's a stand, a promise, not just unity, but solidarity, not just love, but love that defends. Our strength isn't abstract, it's in the sweat of our work. It's in the grit of our organizing, the relentless heartbeat of those who refuse to let hate win. It lives in the mission of the LGBT Center. It radiates from Reading Pride, and it's carried by every ally, every advocate, and every person here today who believes in a Berks County where no one is left behind. We don't just make space, we protect it, we expand it, and we own it. As a mama bear of one of my kids who is trans, and a mama bear to all my non-biological kids who are in the LGBTQ+ community, I raise this flag with a heart full of fire that refuses to dim. It flies for every trans kid daring to live fully and fearlessly. It flies for every queer person demanding safety, joy, and a sense of belonging. It flies for every parent, every loved one who will never stop fighting. To everyone, let me be clear. We are not asking for tolerance. We are not waiting for permission. We are claiming space boldly, unapologetically, and permanently. Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date for more of my latest videos, and follow me on my other socials to stay up to date on any other businesses or events that I'll be visiting in the future. Until next time, this is Berks 1-on-1 signing off.